The cubes. Did I paraphrase that properly, everybody?
Let's go get some cubes. I like cubes.
Yeah, I think cubes is the way to go.
Oh, cubes. That's how it's pronounced.
Not pubes. Cubes.
Not gathering.
I thought it was cubes.
Yet. What are these cubes mean?
Did we get the one? Yeah, we got the one. Yeah, we got that one. Okay, so where are we heading from here?
To a place we haven't explored yet.
I think there's one to the northwest, I think.
Northeast.
Do we know where they're at specifically, or do we just know areas that we've been at?
Pretty sure we know the general area of it.
Okay, well, let's go to an area that we haven't been and look for a cube there. Does anybody have a map?
Albert does.
Which one?
Of Omu.
I do not. It has a bunch of cheats on it.
Shit.
DM notes because of the other 2 sessions. I.e. Monday night breaking it. So right now, y'all are going to see a new life kind of retaking Dragonbait's body. He seems to be going on a bit of a mushroom trip, seeing some really odd things. Beyond that, we have 7 full party members. Y'all have Artis Simber, the wearer of the Ring of Winter, with y'all. And you're sitting in a big bog of water in the shrine to Papa Zolto with a bunch of friendly crocodiles that have just swam away or are in the process of doing so.
Can we boot Artis and is Artis and Dragonbait considered non-combatants?
For calculating APL, whenever they're involved in combat, they are combatants. Whenever they're doing guard or whenever they're taking patrol or watch on the outside of tombs, like they did for the first 2 or 3 sessions, they don't add to the APL or get divided the XP.
I'm thinking more along lines of the XP. So,
yeah, it's a little bit of both. It balances in some other ways. It makes for a little bit harder of a fight whenever y'all do have some random encounters / having the backup there.
Should we give them a beer and send them on their way?
What does everyone think of this? As Appleseed cracks open a beer and recommends sending one to Artis and Dragonbait on their way to send them in different directions. Artis is kind of just sitting there with an odd look on his face, kind of seeing what the group says.
Dragonbait emits a smell of lemon.
So everyone gets a faint, or actually a very strong waft of lemon throughout the air.
He's happy about the beer.
Anybody else have an idea?
I wouldn't hurt to have him around. I mean, not necessarily need help in combat, but
they have not been a help so far. So it's just kind of dragging us down. We like weed. They don't. It's just not mixing.
So are we trying to get rid of some Dragonbait right now?
He says that it might benefit from a strategic standpoint. It might be of some use to have Artis and Dragonbait be away from y'all while the Yuan-Ti are ranging throughout the city looking for big groups to take out or to amass their own power. It's sort of like a big crypt blood fight. Y'all are in Omu. They could do some excavating at the Tomb of the Nine Gods. They could go there, explore other pieces, collect cubes on their own, try and find a safe house. Imagine I'm Artis right now offering up different ideas because, again, he doesn't have a definitive answer. Right now, his main objective is protecting the ring and ending the death curse so more people don't befell the same fate that he did, losing his wife. So it's kind of up to y'all what you would like to do with that. If you'd like to travel as a big group, but also kind of remember the atmosphere right now that's surrounding Omu. You've just overthrown the major powerhouse Raz Nasi, killing him, and people are vying for power. You have Vegapygmies, kobolds, wizards, all kinds of Yuan-Ti ranging and roaming about. You've seen a tabaxi or heard nod every now and then as you round the street corners. So there are a lot of different things that could happen to you. And party size, especially with 7 players already, and certain mounts, make stealth hard.
So Artis lost his wife
some time ago.
Yeah, okay. But to the death curse.
Yes, to the death curse.
Is he like insisting on like staying with us, or is he?
He's
I mean,
not-
what's his motivation to stay with us? I guess is what I'm asking.
His motivation to stay with you up until this point was a large number of bodies to throw in as cannon fodder if things like frost giants came roaming about. His main objective is to protect the Ring of Winter above all else. Above all else, I guess that's his main goal, is protecting it because it maintains his longevity. It's the reason he's been alive for so long and still looks so young. It gives him a lot of power, but it also keeps it out of the hands of more nefarious creatures like the frost giants that are patrolling Cholt looking for it. And because you're
that's fine. I mean, he survived this long without anybody else.
Yeah, it's got him and Dragonbait. They're a duo.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I would say just send him on along this way.
Other votes? Type or say?
These men have a lot of magic and swordsman prowess. I like the way they party. I'm with them staying.
Okay, we have 1v1.
How much of that have they used to help us out in the past 2 sessions?
They froze the water. They froze some walls so enemies couldn't get in. I think there was about 19 of them.
Yeah, I would say they saved our asses when we were in friggin'
Fane.
yeah, that
I'll vote stay.
what?
I'll vote stay for them to stay.
They have been with us this whole time, so
Yeah. We got history.
For those of you who actually should, I think it might just be Squigs, Jason, and myself who've been basically with them the entire time.
Yeah, it's not me that's left. Or me, them left.
Yeah. Also remember that a character trait for artists and Dragonbait is they're very wary of strangers and newcomers. It takes them a while, i.e. these few sessions, to warm up and actually start talking to and negotiating / defending the characters that they are with.
Yeah. They're also,
Beacons of magic item and prowess.
well, that they're also only in for themselves.
Well, yes and no. Artist's second motivation is protecting the land, and Dragonbait's is purely good alignment, from what you can tell.
He's in it for the smells.
Yeah. Both of them are on a similar trek through the jungle, like y'all, taking out the death curse, but of their own motive, of their own, I guess, drive.
Yeah.
Y'all have a magic
Well,
item.
we beat this one into the ground. So if the vote is to have them hang around, then we'll have them hang around.
So where are we going?
So have we just did 16 last time, right?
Yes, we just did 16.
Okay. Have we done 18, 19?
From the map, you have not done 18. Y'all have done 19. Yes, y'all have done 19.
How about 20?
20, yes, y'all have done everything in 20. And as Brian is talking in numbers right now, I'll talk in the map, as these different areas around the Fane of the Night Serpent, if you refer to the camera,
Yeah.
and the flooded waterway is where you all are right now.
Okay. What I'm doing is I'm creating a map where we've gone, and then I'll post it into the things for everybody to see.
Thank you.
So have we done 6? Which is I think you said
Yes, y'all have done 6.
okay, and by default or by proxy we've done 5.
And by proxy, no, y'all have not done 5.
Okay, how about 4?
No, y'all have not done 4. The other thing y'all have done is 3.
3. Okay. So are there any other numbers like in this whole west side that we've done?
You've done 8. That's the last one. Make the map off of that because I think that's the last one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It seems like we haven't, as Appleseed, as you tell me the story, it's like, well, it doesn't seem like we've investigated the cliffs or that area in the east if we want to head that direction.
as crickets chirp.
Well, that's the next cue. That we should go for that.
You're talking about 17 or 18?
Yes.
17's close. Let's go there. Woo! 17 it is.
Would y'all mind picking out some miniatures for the party along with throwing y'all down in a marching order going down this direction? As y'all trek along, I need everyone to give me Constitution saving throws.
Is it a disease?
It is a disease. I'm pulling out your DMG.
I will get advantage thanks to the epic.
Ooh. First roll of the night, so 20.
Nice.
Hopefully not my last roll of the night, too.
Jack rolled a 5.
Can we buy things that are just like from the player's handbook between sessions, or do you just kind of wait?
No, you can buy things in between the session.
Okay, so
Now-
if I wanted to buy insect repellent, then
Yes.
what?
That would have been prudent before the session, yeah.
Okay, all right.
But for future reference, there's the salve and there's the incense that you can buy. Incense does, I think, like a 10-foot radius and doesn't work in rain. Salve is waterproof.
Yeah, I will have bought the lotion to rub on myself.
Okay, so anyone that rolled below a 15, I need you to roll me a D100. Very good. So, anybody fail that initial check?
I did.
So for the D100, are you saying roll the percentile dice?
Yes, roll the percentile dice.
Jack rolled at 99.
I failed the con save, got a 14 on the con save, and then I got an 81 on the percentile.
Okay, so a 99 as you see the albino dwarf fall unconscious. He drops out, just falling right onto the ground. He goes completely out. It's like someone knocked his lights out. And what was your roll, Virgil?
Oswin now.
Or Oswin?
81.
81. You have this odd amnesia as you look upon everyone. You aren't able to discern their racial traits or features. You don't recognize people from one another. So everyone just looks like a turtle to you right now.
Indiscriminate.
26.
26. You begin suffering extreme amounts of paranoia. You have disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks as you just look around. You have these odd feelings like someone's coming out to get you. These odd feelings. And as you get these feelings overcoming you, your eyes are going to shoot towards the waterfall. Your eyes light up as a city, a magnificent whitewashed building stretches out before you. Sunlight sparkles off glass domes and windows, yet all of it is not well. Black smoke coils from fires across the city as corpses litter the streets and writhe in circles on the rooftops like vultures. A sphere of utter darkness grows out of the heart of the city, blotting out the light as it expands towards you. You turn away, and when you look back, the darkness is gone. The city is half flooded, overgrown, in ruin. And in front of your face, about 20 feet ahead of you, you see a pulsing image of Asarak as it's slowly moving closer. Go ahead and mark down Night Terrors as a story award. And anyone else fail that check?
The smell of ham is right in the air.
Inspiration for that. All right, so as no one else fails the checks, you see 3 big mosquitoes lurching on your friends as one of them gets extremely paranoid. The other falls unconscious, and the other just can't seem to differentiate who is who. He seems to be addressing Baku's mount as if he is Baku.
Where do you think you should go next, Baku? Baku? Wow, you're sure more furry than I remember you.
Who are we missing?
Hey.
Squigs.
Hi.
No, get it.
So, anything else y'all are doing, or can I get a marching order for as y'all are walking towards the waterfall?
I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess.
Does anybody want to be in front of me, or do you want me to be in front?
Artist would be somewhere in the back.
You're in front.
This will be Artis. Dragon Bait will stand kind of near.
My rock range is 30 feet.
And as we have 9 characters, the 2 turtles, the unconscious albino dwarf. How are y'all carrying him right now? Because again, your cleric in Omu is unconscious. Again, I repeat, the life cleric is unconscious.
I'm a knowledge cleric.
Knowledge cleric, shit. Surgeon.
Uh,
You just hear sputtering knowledge in his sleep as he snores.
I tried to examine the fallen turtle.
Albino dwarf.
Oh, no. In my mind, you're a turtle.
Oh, okay, yeah. Inspiration, because you got me.
To see what might be the cause of this.
Okay, medicine check. Or an arcana.
My arcana is higher, so I'll take that.
Okay.
Brad, what class?
I-
are you in? Sorry.
What class?
Yeah.
I'm a bard.
Can I win proficiency even though I'm unconscious if he needs it?
I am proficient.
Oh, never mind.
Artist.
That is a 15 for arcana.
Yeah, and then this is Dragon Bait.
Okay, 15? So, as you look over his body, you're going to see this massive welt from a massive mosquito. As you just see Appleseed slathering on some insect repellent. And you get the impression that it might have been the mosquito bite that caused him to suffer some sort of disease, some madness that could be afflicting him with Cinderella syndrome.
It says water.
Will I have any idea of what I would need to do to fix this?
It looks like a sizable restoration or waiting a serious amount of time. A medicine check might be able to tell you how long this might affect your comrade.
I'd convey that information to my comrades.
Okay.
Or this weird, strange group of turtles.
Oh, thank God I bought this from that traveling merchant back there.
You all still start to smell ham.
Rollock is hungry.
Does anyone have a way to restore this person to their full health?
I mean, do you think if we just
I open palm, smack him as hard as I can.
And as you open palm slap him, he doesn't move an inch and just continues to. As you slowly see a big red mark appearing on this albino dwarf's cheek. Like it almost looks like he's bleeding, but it's really just him blushing.
Hey, Albert.
Yes.
I turn to the bard and say, nope, don't have a way to restore him.
Can I snore that Schultz is flat?
Yes, you can snore that Schultz is flat because you sleep. That's funny as hell. Oh, y'all are good tonight with the zingers.
Baku is going to try and feed him a health potion.
All right, and as you chug a healing potion down down his throat, roll me those 2d4. Eventually. As it means nothing as he does not wake up as one of Baku's many healing potions goes used. 50 gold down the gullet of the albino dwarf as it makes his entire face red and flush instead of just the handprint from Appleseed.
More honeysuckle in the air.
Now you get a faint whiff of honeysuckle as y'all are kind of just trotting along. I'll assume with all the strength in the group, y'all can kind of carry him along as you're just beating him back and forth, trying to figure out what's going on.
Baku will just drag him on the giant boar.
Okay.
Should we put little bugs in?
Well, this is just kind of life right now.
That's hilarious.
Oh, goodness.
Zia showed up.
I think it would be very acceptable if my character were to be about 5 to 10 feet away from everyone else. Just
Okay.
kind of
So move
looking
right
over his shoulder.
behind everyone else.
Well, to the side, but as about 5-10 feet away from everyone else, yes.
Y'all please take a picture of Artist Simber and put it in the group. So all of y'all now know his traits, his stats, because he is now a member of the group. Y'all sit down and talk to them enough where he's been open enough to discuss it. And Jason, I would also love for you to play Artist because you are going to be knocked out for the next 30 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Awesome. All right.
But since your body is still in combat, if Artist is a combatant, you will technically still be a combatant in combat and receive XP in gold allotments.
Cool. Got it.
You boy.
Shit, can I have Thea be knocked out too somewhere?
She'd make our AL legal 8.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Done.
Thank you very much. As everyone can now ooh and ah over everything that Artist has, as he kind of opens up to you, got a bit emotional on the walk over / the long rest y'all taken after the feign. saying that you can hold your own against a former paladin such as Rosna C and dispel his lair. He's become quite impressed, and you've gained him and Dragonbait's favor. So he's willing to go into combat a little bit more. You see Dragonbait preparing his defender. And Artis is fiddling it with his ring much less now, as it seems he's not quite as nervous.
Yes.
But y'all are heading off to the waterfall, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And who is the one that is paranoid of the waterfall? Who's the one that rolled the 26 for the madness roll?
That would be myself.
Okay. Awesome, Rylu. So you were just extreme paranoia. You see this tiefling jumping back and forth, just all giddy and about 10 feet away from everyone. Just like, I don't know if we should be going towards the waterfall, guys. I really don't think it should be like this. But as y'all are making your way through, it seems to be drying out a bit around the edges of this. You can either choose to be on the eastern bank or the western bank of this waterfall as y'all approach dry land. Where would the party like to go as you're kind of waiting in normal waist-high water, halfling neck-deep water?
West is where it's at.
So we got one vote west side.
Yeah, west side's fine.
Sure.
That's also fine.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Artist says west as well.
All right, so as y'all go to the west side of the bank, y'all approach it, and it seems to be a very majestic waterfall. It seems to drop about 50 feet from a crack in the rock face overhead. You see a sheer cliff facing you as you seem to be at one of the northern edges of Omu. Dropping down, this waterfall goes into a very deep pool. It seems to be frothed up in water right now, but it seems very clear and clean. And it seems to roam through and be the source of water that's flowing through the rest of Omu, all the way through the central point of the city to the lava pit in the southeastern side, where it creates quite a bit of steam.
Is there anything behind the waterfall?
No one has looked behind the waterfall. It looks like there's a small ledgeway leading on the back side, but it would take a dexterity-based check, so an acrobatics, to try and wiggle behind it without either falling into the water or getting swept away by the waterfall.
Yeah, I'll do it. Acrobatics was a 23.
19.
So Appleseed darts right in behind the waterfall as Roak clumsily makes his way in there, the Goliath that he is, as Dragonbait slips and falls into the pool.
Wait, does it have to be?
Yeah, it's got to be Dex. You just see Dragonbait fall into the pool, and you start to smell manure all around you.
Shit.
As the other two make behind the shrine, go ahead and roll me 5d4. Help out with that.
That'd be 18 if I may join him behind the waterfall.
Okay.
Who's rolling 5d4?
Dragonbait is.
One more.
Seem to have rather slick claws that day. So you take that much damage and bludgeoning as you get hit on rocks, getting knocked around, Dragonbait. As you just smell a lot of manure frothing up in the air. As everyone gets to the backside of this waterfall, you're going to see a massive inscription of the symbol of Asarak. And a warning almost. It feels very foreboding as it seems to be written in blood. It seems to be moist blood. Other than that, you find no shrine, no items, no treasure, just a small ledge, only about a foot wide, that you're able to shimmy on before this image appears on the backside of the waterfall.
Can I deface it?
Yes, you can certainly deface it. Give me a religion or a sleight of hand. Oh, you can be clever or just scratch things out.
18 for sleight of hand.
18 sleight of hand sort of wiggles it around. It kind of just looks
Actually, I'll do religion. I'll be the 17 for religion.
Please declare before the roll next time, but
Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's all good. As Apples,
I couldn't. Sleight of hand is bigger on my, so I saw it first, and so my bad. But I will next time.
all good. As you write full on Asseract, ASS, next to the symbol and deface it, it seems quite uneasy. The blood smears. It seems to drip a little bit. Besides that, no ill effects so far.
Okay. I guess we can. Now I'll check for like secret doors. Yeah.
Would everyone type in the passive perception into the chat so I can get that down? But as Appleseed looks, would you mind giving me that number?
Yeah. What do you want it as? Investigation or perception?
It's going to be perception.
Okay.
You don't have enough time to kind of walk around and get some get footing to get invested.
17.
15.
So
Baku.
As you look around, you don't seem to find any seams, any doorways, any buttons, any keys, or anything that might indicate a hidden passageway or pocket. Appleseed.
All right. Well, this room seems pretty clear. Let's just head south down the wall, back into the city.
Okay. So right now y'all are on the west bank, so y'all have to go through the water again to go through the south side, or y'all could continue on the dry land towards the western end, and there seems to be a raised passageway about midline in the city that runs north to south. And I'd go back to area 15. I don't believe y'all. Yeah, y'all have not been there yet, so you don't have any familiar territory within there. Y'all don't know what's there. You just kind of see a ruined bazaar off in the distance. To the west, off to the southeast, you see the ruined Fane of the Night Serpent and a small edge of buildings lining the edge of that sort of walled city and the cliff face on the far eastern side to mark the far end of Chult, or far end of Omu. Other than that, farther west, you'll see a large amphitheater, probably about 1,000 feet away from where you're currently standing, and another raised passageway that runs the full length of Omu north to south, as the one in the middle that's only about 600 feet away gets stopped in the middle by that running water, that torrent.
We just heading south to 18. Is that what we're doing?
Do we hear anything?
Right now, no, you just hear the rushing waterfall.
Just the rushing waterfall.
Yep.
It's probably pretty loud. Waterfalls tend to be pretty loud.
There's nothing here.
No, y'all haven't discovered anything behind the waterfall, at the waterfall, no indication, no sounds. Besides, like, the occasional cries and hisses of serpents fighting over territory far to the south. You haven't heard much else.
What about Dragonbait?
Dragonbait is now clawed his way out the side and is a little bit beat up and missing a few scales, but he's made it out better for the wear.
Yeah, let's go ahead and head to the one to the southeast, aka 18.
Okay.
Dude.
So I need a survival check made by the lead adventurer
I'll do that.
for wading through the
Someone
water.
else has better survival.
What's your survival?
+5.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, you got me beat on that.
Does anyone want to assist?
I'll assist.
I'm boom. There we go.
Stat.
17.
17. All right. So you're able to find a nice clear pathway. It takes y'all about 5 hours to get here. Everyone is still suffering from the madness that they were afflicted with. I'll let y'all know whenever the other ones dissipate. So right now,
Apple, I thought there was only one turtle in this group.
Snoke.
Well, some of us have to come out of our shells sometime.
The smell of lemon bruises the room.
As I crack another beer.
okay. So a monolith appears in front of you. Adorned with prancing frog-like creatures, it rises from the swamp. Beyond, the ruined edifice shaped like an arrowhead squats in the water. Bushes and trees grow from its roof. At the point at the front of the building, steps ascend to a stone door caked in slime. Those that are of Cholton descent are able to recognize this to be one of the trickster gods. If it's one of the Cholton slaves, he recognizes it as the shrine of Nang Nang. Yeah, what would y'all like to do?
Dragon bait kind of scoot to it, kind of see what's up.
All right, so as Dragonbait scoots up, he's going to see that this is pretty well filled with water. It resembles much of the other shrines that y'all have encountered up until this point, with a small perimeter around the edge. This one seems to be about a 2-foot-high wall surrounding the exterior of the building. Everything in this area is heavily flooded with water. It seems the only dry spots are these steps ascending out as I continue to draw the building you see before you, as they get to the stone door covered in slime.
Oh, shit.
I'll do a perception
Yeah.
check on the area around us to see if there is anything of notable value or any enemies that
Okay.
we should know about.
You see nothing. You're like, wow, this is great water, as you just see Roak like splashing in puddles.
I don't.
Is there any knowledge that I could gain for rolling for the history or for religion for a trickster god at this point.
What was that? Sorry, you were cutting out a fair bit.
Is there anything that I could gain for knowledge if I were to roll either a nature or a religion check, or sorry, history or religion check for the trickster god?
Nature or religion, you're still breaking up a fair bit. If you wouldn't mind typing that in, but if you want to give me one of those two checks, yeah, I could. There could be a few things you might be able to see.
I'd like to do a religion check also, but I'm not from this area, so I'd like to do it at disadvantage.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Appleseed cracks open a beer and gets a little bit of it in his eye.
Yeah.
Always the foamy ones.
I'm gonna wait for this now, but
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. If you wouldn't mind putting the box over there. Get me a couple pieces up. Just make sure it doesn't. Oh. So make sure it doesn't block the map. Oh, God. It's already streaking in extra light. Yeah. Would you mind turning off that light? Seeing if that helps the glare. Not at all.
I was like, "Where's that light?" Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
pretty good.
easier for y'all to see, guys?
Sure.
Yeah, that's much better. I can see it
Okay,
here.
cool.
Gives it kind of a gloomy feeling.
Whoa, fantastic.
Squid's got a 17 on his religion for the
Okay.
D&D
trickster god.
press.
17 on his religion is going to remember that Nang Nang, as I pull up my memory stuff, Nang Nang is the grung of the 9 trickster gods. You actually are going to see quite a lot of grung tracks from the religious depictions that are on the outsides of the shrine. There also seem to be small pieces of vegetation that grungs are familiar, that you're familiar with grungs eating. So it looks like there might be an active presence of people worshiping this grung creature.
Well, shall we?
I'll
go see?
point out that there might be people who are still praying to this god currently and bringing stuff to it.
Well, I submit to you that a god is pretty useless if somebody's not praying to it. So it's probably the case for a lot of things.
Alrighty, guys. Well, what are y'all doing as you're stumbling upon this shrine?
Well, I'm just gonna casually kind of stroll in, I guess. These guys want to follow suit?
Yep, I'll be right behind him.
All right, go ahead and move yourselves up.
But I'll do it stealthily.
Okay, go ahead and give me your stealth roll. As you kind of get like Forrest Gump deep in water and just try to have your eye line over, similar to the crocodiles. Still beer over water.
19.
Yeah, 19. You just see Appleseed right here, just like going through the little bit of water that's flooding this entire area. As y'all approach, you're actually going to start hearing ribbiting. Quite a large amount of it, both from within the shrine before you and surrounding the water all around you. Anyone with a passive perception, actually, don't worry about it. Everyone hears and sees these small grung creatures as you see these tiny toads pop their heads out, very similarly to how Appleseed is hiding, just much worse, around the edges and perimeter of this shrine.
Brimstone is now in the air.
All right, and everyone now smells brimstone.
He's confused by the two things.
What would y'all-
Do they look friendly?
They look neutral right now. They just seem to have their eyes poking out of the water very inquisitively. You can't tell much from that blank stare.
Dragonbait tries to put out a pleasant aroma to see, like, to kind of soothe them if they're nervous.
You hear more ribbiting.
Dragonbait smells like an out of manure.
Okay.
He's scared.
Doctor's going to call out, "Greetings, friends. We mean you no harm."
Ribbit, ribbit! Ribbit, ribbit! Does anyone here speak grung?
Unlikely.
No.
Yeah, he does, but he's asleep.
Oh, that's
If I speak irrationally, does it count?
You can always hope.
Yeah.
So, what else are y'all doing? As you just kind of look at these frog eyes, River.
Is there, all the little things around here are the little frog guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything like frog guy in the temple?
No, you see a closed door in front of you, but you do hear more ribbiting coming from within it.
Is there from with past the door?
Yes, past the door. You feel like there's noise coming from within the shrine.
I would like to wait in the doorway if everyone is advancing.
Okay.
Are we just gonna advance? I'm no talker. I can't do nothing with this.
Sure, yeah, we'll advance.
All right. Go ahead and move everyone up. We'll only be able to fit 4 medium characters or 1 large creature in the dry portion of that stairwell.
Do we have all like the
remind
crocodiles and everything with us?
I have a bad feeling of touching that door.
Seems we are quite surrounded. Might I remind everyone?
Do we have the crocodiles with us?
No, I did not take it. I have the boar.
We should offer something to them before we try to pass on their land.
What do you suggest that we offer that their god might like?
I have a 20-pound
When we
rock.
sacrifice to, or when we offer to Loloth, or Loth, it's generally a sacrifice.
Baku is going to pull out a health potion. Which one of these kind of looks like they may have more of a leader stance to them?
You see a bunch of grungy frog eyes, and even with your turtle instincts, you can't really tell who's in charge. None of them seem to be adorning feathers on their heads like chieftains. You just see a bunch of small frogs dotting their heads in and out and ribbiting quite loudly.
Baku is going to take out a health potion and kind of hand it out like an offering to the nearest one right there.
The ribbiting intensifies. Do you move closer to it?
I am just going to stay there for a second, kind of like motioning to him as an offering.
Give me a persuasion check. See how persuasively you hold out this peace offering, Baku.
Come on, give me something good.
As Baku throws,
I would like to. Oh,
Baku throws this healing potion at the grung as it dodges its head down into the water, and it just ribbiting intensifies as it looks like Baku has just chunked a healing potion at one of your enemies. Well, enemies.
Worst time to roll in that one with a -1 charisma modifier.
I'm gonna try and defuse it as Roark, not Coty here.
You should have asked for assistance. I could have given.
Can I get assistance on this reclaim?
for performance
Persuasion, I think.
or persuasion. Actually, I would like to try to persuade using prestidigitation to make a magical effect around the potion to make it sparkle up and look like a nice, peaceful offering.
Well, at this point, you no longer see the potion. It's underneath the water because it's already been fizzled away since Baku didn't ask for assistance when he was doing this.
I would like
As you and step up to try and offer something.
try to think what I have. That might be a good offering.
Rosna's head.
I
You hold
offer
out
a beer.
Rosnasi's-
I hold out Rosna's head as an
The
offering.
ribbiting silences.
Dear God, here we go.
As I offer the beer.
As Appleseed offers the beer and Roak offers Rosnasi's head, all of the ribbiting silences. You don't know what did the job.
Brimstone is now.
Good job with the beer.
Yep, obviously the beer.
You still hear the ribbiting coming from within the shrine, but all ribbiting from outside has ceased.
I readorn the head to my waistband.
Okay. I take that as a sign to go ahead and move forward.
Okay. So Appleseed struts forward.
Everyone else is going to go forward as well.
All righty then.
Just
If you wouldn't mind
those
helping me set up
big
those
heavy
other
stone
pieces
doors,
back
I'm
up
gonna go
here
ahead
so I can
and push
take them.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and get Artis's stats and shit?
They're in the group chat.
I don't see him over here.
Huh?
I don't see him on my group.
In the Facebook group.
He doesn't
Oh.
have Facebook.
I don't have that.
Oh, crap.
That's gonna be an issue.
Would you mind messaging or emailing it to him, Squigs?
Yes, I can.
Or like putting it into this group chat, just some way that he can see it.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Thank you very much, sir. So as y'all approach, you just hear this loud ribbiting. This loud ribbiting coming from inside of this massive shrine to Nang Nang as the silence has befallen the frogs in the exterior. What would you like to do?
Continue forward.
Well, I guess I'm gonna open this door.
All right, give me an athletics check as roll.
I will help him.
All right, there's the declaration.
Advantage.
Advantage.
Nice. Yeah, that's going to be a 25.
All right, a 25. Open that DMG for me again as you try to open the door. As you resoundingly try and push into it, it feels as if they're barred. It seems as if there's something wedged on the other side as they don't go forward, and your hands become covered in slime. Green slime.
Oh, fiddly do.
Yeah. As you do this, you hear... would you mind looking it up? So I can keep this story rolling. You see your hand just covered in green slime. As you try to do this monstrous push, you hear a resounding thud that kind of echoes around the chamber. The groan from within silences. You hear no more ribbiting.
It now smells of violet.
It now smells of violet.
Baku is going to knock on the door. A good old.
Give me an athletics or a sleight of hand. If you're going to try and knock softly, or an athletics, if it's doom, doom, doom.
We'll do. Can I do athletics, but just have it a nice little?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to hide behind Z-Rock.
A good 24.
Okay. The 24 gives you a nice knock, and after about 10 seconds, you start to hear latches unhinging. It almost sounds like the front entry to an airplane cabin a month after 9/11. It was quite heavily barred, and as it opens up, you see this, well, not majestic, but majestic feather and this headdress adorning this grotesque grung creature that comes out with a goblet in hand. Like, hey, who's that? Who's here? In this broken common dialect, it almost seems very, and it kills me to say this, white trashy.
Greetings, friend.
Oh,
Come in peace.
my friend!
Just go on your door.
Have a beer! You're my type of guy, I can already tell.
All right, so as y'all extend closer to this, we'll use this guy, this duo-drone grung, he extends his cups. What are you doing here? The wizard has already robbed us blind. Can't we just sing our song of remorse in peace?
Oh,
We've buried enough of our brethren.
please, friend, I'm not here to hurt. Perhaps this health potion here will ease the environment.
He smacks the potion out of your hands. It cracks the glass on the ground.
Bitch.
It says, I do not take drinks from
wanted a beer.
And how dare you present something like that? And as you see that, you see two groans on either side hop out, spears in hand. And as they just stand at the ready, hopping out of the water several times. They're
Baku's going to take like a passive kind of stance and, oh, please, friend, I meant no harm. I was just rather trying to help.
He says, well, you can help by getting out of here. I told you we have nothing else. We have been looted. We have been raided. We do not have, well, I assume you seek some of our treasure.
No.
Or the cube, or
not at all.
well, some other magic item, some scrolls, some magic sword, anything you adventurers come wandering into our midst for and killing our poor innocent families.
Oh, we are not here to take any of your goods, but I'm certain that you've heard of this death curse, and I'm sure it's plaguing you and your fellow comrades here, yes?
He takes a big sip from his wine. He croaks out to someone off to the far side and grunts so you can't hear him. And it seems to be the end of a very, how do I put this? A very obscene joke. And the punchline being, oh, we can reproduce faster than the death curse can get us, lad. As he finishes off in common.
So do I understand that that's...
He doesn't seem to have much regard for the death curse.
Never having been laid, the smell of brimstone fills the air as...
Well, if they could
I'm sure you have friends
faster than the death curse can take them, then they shouldn't mind some of their people dying. Since they can.
Yeah, sorry, Brett.
I see a hole in this logic here.
Yes, again, trailer trash. He does not seem to be the smartest of intellectuals. He wants to build that wall. He even has a little red hat that he's wearing. Not everything seems to be in line, but he also seems to be quite drunk. Anyone with a passive perception of 16 or higher can see that his eyes are quite heavily watered up. Seems as if this grung has been crying. This amorphous creature is still covered in water after it should have dried off.
Is it 16
Hard
or
to see
higher for that?
is nothing.
What's
Um,
Dragon Bait's passive?
Surely you have friends who you care dearly about and would prefer to keep alive, yes?
He says, yes, I care dearly for many of my people. I try to protect them, but then people like you and those spell wielders come and just kill us. Again, he's just slurring his words. He seems to be quite vehemently drunk.
I'll kill them for you.
Yes, friend.
Tell me your enemy.
Give me persuasion with advantage, Roak.
Can I go with an intimidation just to show my own
You know what?
mortal
Yeah.
prowess?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's not threatening, you can still intimidate the hell out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Even with
A -1.
even with a -1, you get a resounding, we will defend or we will take down whoever took to you, as he starts to outline and detail these red robed wizards. Or there's one in particular that came and robbed their domain just about a day ago. He raided through their frontline defenses and obliterated them with his group of thugs.
I tell him that I will run through his heart myself. With this bonus action, I turn on that flaming tongue sword and light it up and stab it straight through his burning heart.
All right, most of the grungs around you shrink into the water as this fiery sword goes off. The only ones that remain are the four standing on either side, swords on the side, but at this point, they're no longer jumping. They're holding in the water as they seem quite nervous with you expending this magical energy around them. Nang Nang spits up a little bit of his wine. Okay, and smoke gets added to it as Chief Yorb just spits up a bit of his wines. Okay, well, you seem quite strong. Well, if you find this red wizard, you might be able to get some treasure for yourself then. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Again, drunkenly slurring his words. You willing to give him 12 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
12 seconds.
Are you willing to give him another 12?
Now how this is going out, I'll give him 12 more.
All right, so as you stand there waiting for about 24 seconds, you hear a clutter of metal. You hear quite a few things surrounding you.
Baku, is the door closed?
The door is open.
The door is open. Baku is kind of going to just hold his shield kind of in front of him, but at the same time, he's going to grab the hilt of his sword. If something pops off, he's going to draw it.
Okay.
Wow.
As in like something hostile, they pick up weapons and start hurling them at us, or they just pick up weapons in a very aggressive stance towards us.
Okay.
Just trying to.
I completely forgot about this, but while we're sitting there waiting, I will pull Toady out of my pocket, which is my toad familiar, and start petting it.
Okay. Appleseed petting the toad familiar. As y'all wait another 12 seconds, do you allow that time to go by?
Dragon Bait gets uncomfortable and the smell of burnt ham.
Baku is going to call out, "Excuse me, friend, are you almost done?"
Wait a minute, I'm doing the last of it.
Okay.
Let the man finish. He has kids to tend to, I guess.
All right. So do y'all wait another 24 seconds?
I would like to note that as this time goes on, I'm getting more antsy.
Dragon Bait is now impatient.
I'm going to ready an action to anytime somebody comes at me with an offensive ability, I'm going to strike them down with the same bonus action to flame them in the fucking face.
Chief Yorb comes out of the front of the door with this odd bit of metal in his hands. He looks like he's about to throw a baseball. He seems to drink wine from it, as it seems to be a much more ornate goblet than he was once drinking from. It seems like he's finishing chugging it, as he takes about 10, 12 seconds, not the best chugger. As he finishes it, quite a hefty goblet, he says, "This can be yours." As it's a jewel encrusted, covered in gold, and a few other gems. It seems to be anyone with a passive perception of 12 or higher sees it could be worth about 125 gold to the right buyer. As he says that, he holds up a big satchel made of leather, and he throws it into it. He tosses it out to the feet of Baku and Roak. "You bring me that rogue wizard, and you can have a lot more."
Well, we're looking more for a square cube-looking device.
Throw it.
Do you happen to have any of those?
He says,
as I bet Toady.
He says, "No, we do not know of the cube that lies hidden. It might be behind the old door, but the wizard broke through and came ramping out. We assume that he came and defiled the shrine of our Nang Nang and took his cube as well."
So you haven't been in there then?
Says, no, we have not been in there. The doors have remained open. This was our first time to lay eyes on it since we first established a colony here.
Do you mind if I take a look at it then?
He
Just
says,
because we want to be able to track this red wizard for you. And he might have left a calling card.
Somebody else want to help him?
Persuasion, I don't get it.
I will gladly help you with that. I mean, quite frankly, if you want to catch this red wizard, I think this is our best chance. And actually, can I roll the persuasion check by chance?
Unfortunately, no. If you're granting advantage to the giver, they get to roll with advantage.
Yeah.
I'd rather just roll it myself.
I rolled a 16.
I got a plus.
I rolled a
10.
15, but I'm +1.
For you to make the individual check, you'll have to do the declaration beforehand. That's kind of how Appleseed laid out his plan.
Yeah,
Whoever said he's going to aid, that's how the aiding action goes.
All right. Well, for future reference in persuading, I will gladly take the reins on that one.
Well, you need to open your chops then, son.
Okay. Well, you do see Appleseed go back and forth with Nang Nang. He says, all right, I'll let one of you in here under the watchful guard of, well, my guard. Which one of you will it be to track these blasted wizards?
Well, I have a relation with the toad myself, so I think it
I
should be
step
me.
back.
I could do it. I don't think this is my what would be more investigation.
See, I'm dumb then.
So I think
I was-
Appleseed goes in.
Oh, video.
What's that? Say again.
I think Appleseed goes in. I think it's probably him.
All right.
All right, you got to be a
What's-
smooth talker, Apple.
Do you have? Do you?
I mean, I am the one talking.
What's your? Well, is there anyone we have has both high intelligence and charisma?
I have
fucking
high.
wizard.
I have high charisma.
I forget which one they take.
I have proficiency in Arcana, History, and Investigation.
And as the bard continues to talk about the things he can help with, how he could have made Appleseed's comments a little better, you see Chief Yorbo put his little grungy arm around Appleseed the wizard and start pulling him into the shrine and say, go on and look! We can't waste all day.
I like to
Later, guys.
inspire. I like to give an inspiration dice to Appleseed then as he leaves. You can do it.
All right.
That was my last one. I'm sorry. No worries.
I go.
All right. So as you go in, you are going to see torches that shed lights over rooms filled with treasure, chests heaped with coins, polished gems, strings of pearls, and ornate pieces of armor. Set into the floor in front is a double door and a mosaic depicting a frog-like human beating a leopard that has snakes emerging from its shoulders. It seems like inscriptions have been weaved in and about these combatants in Old Omen. Aside from that, the doors have been opened, and you see a dusty room before you with a pedestal. It seems as if there was once a cube on top of this pedestal, according to the dust outline with your intelligence. Besides that, you see nothing else within the room. It seems quite bleak and barren.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do an investigation just to see if there's any clues as to who this person is. Like foot size, how long,
So
strides.
you're going to see humanoid footprints darting back and forth along with a bunch of grung footprints. Other than that, the discernible clues are just tattered pieces of what seem to be grungen armor from the corpses that were stripped and killed in this room when the wizard came through.
All right. If I take a moment to cast detect magic, does that return anything?
You sense an aura of divination magic coming from all around you, but other than that, no individual source.
And I'll ask I'll ask the chief to completely describe this cube.
All right, he says, well, we have never seen this cube. It is hidden in the room that we ought not to go. We are told by our Nang Nang not to go to. But From what I've heard, there are small objects as he kind of holds up a lump of gold. Seems to be a very nice, ornate music box. And he says it seemed to be about this size. It's about 6 inches, cubed. He opens up the box, plays nice music, but other than that, he doesn't have much more information on it. He never laid eyes within it, and they've never been in this room before. Well, that room before until the wizard broke into it. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Have you ever seen the wizard went?
He went off towards the northwest from where they are. Other than that, that's the last time they saw him. Because he still has. No.
Can I? I'm kind of stretching here for the cube where it was sitting on the pedestal. Is there any indication of what might have been on that cube?
Nope, no indication otherwise. It just seems to have been missing.
Okay, so the pedestal is a pointless pedestal.
Yep, nothing special, nothing freaky.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything else to be had here.
Okay. So what would y'all like to do now? As you see Appleseed coming out, beer in hand, around in tow with the grunts.
West. Well, what did you find?
Any luck?
Yeah, I found a pedestal, but no cube, as we suspected. Not really much of anything in there. Some footprints, humanoid sized, medium sized. Yeah, it's going to be a dead end for anything in there. So, best bet is to try to go find this wizard and/or go someplace else.
All right.
Rollock agrees.
You hear Rollock just mumbling west, west, west. Besides that, we have no other instructions. As you just hear more silence coming from the grungs around y'all.
Yep. West is not very descriptive there, as everything is west up here.
He's descriptive. No.
Well, I suppose we.
I will take a moment to. I don't know if this will work or not, but to cast locate object.
Okay. You ritual casting 10 minutes?
It's not a ritual.
Okay. So as you cast it, you're actually. Do you use some spell casting?
I'm sorry, what?
You're a wizard. Oh, no, that's a sorcerer ability. So you're going to hear the chief get quite unnerved as you cast this spell off while you're still kind of within the ring.
When I leave the temple,
Okay.
yeah, not in. I mean, I assumed that we were done in the temple, so walking off.
Well, we're still trying to figure out where y'all were going, so I assumed y'all were on the other side of the yard.
Yeah, so we're out of the temple area, and I'll cast the locate objects. This of the cube.
You are not able to discern the location. The spell is not able to discern it.
Divination spells don't work right here.
All right. Anything else? Y'all just have a general direction of west and plenty of Omu to explore.
West.
Okay. Well, we're to west. Should we go back? Is there a way across this river that might be easier to traverse than just walking through the water?
From where y'all are currently standing, no. It ends up going into dead cliff face, surrounded by the Yanti wall. They'll have to go back through the Fen of the Night Serpent to go way farther south to get to a dry little bridge they will use to get across. With that survival check last time, you'll have a decent pathway to make it back through the water, crossing through a few ruins. But besides that, it might be a bit difficult. Just depends on who makes the check and how good they are.
I'll give whoever does it advantage.
Well, I am making it. Where are we heading south then? Or west?
No, you have to northwest.
Yeah, I thought we were heading
Yeah.
west because we're north end. Yeah. All right, straight west.
But we'll have to go. Oh, okay, through all the. Okay, sure.
Baby. 23.
All right, damn.
West we go.
Good job.
Baku is able to find quite a quick passageway and get y'all back through the water. It only takes y'all 3 hours this time.
The greater evil were already taken out. They're not.
As everyone is still under the effects of the current madness that they were succumbing to.
I had my madness from long ago. It's called wanderlust.
As you make it back up, you find yourselves in a bazaar of sorts. You make it onto dry land, past the water, and you see these carts, these stalls doing around you. Everything is still in ruin, covered in vines. It's quite hot outside. It's now about midday. Sun's high and overhead. It feels like one of the worst days in Houston, just with how thick the air is.
Those days can get bad.
Seems to me as though it's probably a good time to put some of this on. Dr. Cullen.
Does artist know anything with the passive perception of 13?
Artist does not notice passive perception of 13, but you are close to Baku, and you are able to see Baku get a little unnerved as he sees this odd pitfall trap right in front of him in this bazaar. As y'all are walking forward, as him and Rowalk are leading the party.
Can I tell him to stop the pitfall trap?
All right. So you see Rowalk, Baku, and Artist tell everyone, stop, hold!
Gotta really hype up this trap right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
We can't walk this way. We gotta walk around.
All right, so what do y'all do?
Where are we at on the map?
Y'all are at 15.
Oh, at 15. Okay.
Just a big pitfall.
It's a pitfall trap. It seems very Vietnamese with like bamboo shoots. Very sneaky. It's like, oh, I trap a you. I eat my dog in celebration.
Does somebody have a pitten that we can put down that's kind of block it
I'm also making another character as a wing it.
or uncover it or
You'll get experience for this too.
It's too bad we don't have another, or we don't have a rogue.
Oh, goodness.
can we walk around the pitfall trap?
Yes, you can walk around the pitfall trap as y'all talk for a good like 20. Oh, does anyone have a python? Everyone's looking around their bags. Can you get this? Can you get this? And you see there's a 10-foot passageway on either side of
I will
this.
just continuously throw rocks until there is no pitfall.
A confusion of smells is now erupting. As Dragonbait desperately tries to figure out what the hell is going on.
I walk around the pitfall away from the smell. Just, I don't even know what to call it at this point. It's like Axe body spray for my nose.
Walk
He
around.
looks at you in apologetic fashion.
I will place beer cans around the outside of the pitfall trap so that it's clearly marked.
Survival. Just to see what's around.
Okay.
21.
21 is going to see this odd contraption, very similar to the trap that you just saw with that bamboo overlay, off to your right side, about 25 feet in front of you. And as you see this, the corner of your eye catches Rowalk, who just stumbled away with that smell really wafting towards him. So he's kind of holding his Goliath nose as he stumbles right into one of these traps with his 10 passive perception.
Oh, stop!
No.
As he
And
gets,
as you say, stop, you see Rowalk go down into this pitfall trap. And then everyone starts to feel the ground quake. It starts to rumble. I need everyone to roll me initiative. As you see a catapult come lurching up from that trap, and you see Rowalk come flying out from the ground underneath.
here we go.
Artist rolled a 7.
5 or
I don't want to hear you bitching.
Guess not. 11.
I'm going to draw out y'all's bazaar right now.
What's it?
26
Is it 4 plus what?
or 25?
It's 25.
All right, would you mind moving the marching order to right here?
Oh, and a 4.
This is the initial trap that y'all found.
Where? Right here?
This is the initial
Yes.
trap.
I
So,
thought it was 10 foot high.
So 5.
Was it just 5?
yeah, it's only 5.
Dragonbait only
Okay.
got a 5.
10-foot thing, yeah.
I think you said there was a 10-foot path on either side of
on
it.
either side, yeah.
Okay.
So number 1,
Fiddly do.
10 foot.
Sure, I'll say.
All right, go ahead and type your initiatives into the group chat.
Um,
If you haven't already done so, while we keep drawing all of this shit up.
so he went on the right side of it, correct?
Yes, he went on the right side of it, and he fell. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so fucking pumped for this. Like, you have no clue, Roak.
Oh my god.
So
It's
many
some Home Alone
people.
type shit.
It's this nice little ambushy intersection.
That's a bad guy. That's a bad guy. That's a bad guy.
How far am I launched
sorry,
with this
sorry.
catapult? Or do
Oh,
I
we're about to
roll-
find out.
Oh, okay, good.
That's why I wanted to roll initiative first, because the act of triggering initiative is you falling into the trap. The result of your turn.
Just gonna see me just
Yeah.
bucket it the whole damn time.
All right. Squig's got a 4.
Well, let's see. Okay, anyone have higher than a 20 with Oswin?
25.
Brad has a 20.
Okay,
Yeah, I got 30.
character names.
Roak.
Okay, so we have Roak, Oswin. Next highest after 20 is probably going to be Artist with a 17. Anyone other than that? All right, 16, 15, 14. Appleseed will be going next. Oh, no, we have Zibrock at 11.
I'm at 11 also.
All right. With your proximity, Baku's probably going to go first, but y'all can decide it otherwise.
I would like to go first if you don't mind.
Dragonbait got 5.
Okay, Appleseed with 10 after that. 5 for Dragonbait. Holy crap, that's a lot of people. Thank you all for bearing with me. As Rylu comes at the end. Oh my god.
It's that paranoia getting to me.
It is that paranoia getting you. I can completely understand it. Rock, please roll me a D8.
A D8?
Yes, a D8.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah!
6.
As you fly 70 feet. 10, 20,
crap.
30, 40, 50, 60, and you're just off the edge of the map as Roak gets flung clear across. Let's move this a little this way if you wouldn't mind helping me with these pieces.
Oh yeah, I got you.
They can go underneath because Roak gets launched all this direction. Please give me a dexterity saving throw as you hit the ground.
That's gonna be 11.
An 11. Okay, you fall prone as you make contact with the ground.
It now smells
Pain?
incredibly
In pain, yes. You are going to take 3d6 bludgeoning damage. It seems you went about 30 feet high with that 70-foot distance arc. You took 10 points of bludgeoning damage on the fall.
7. Smack. Love that heavy armor master.
As you just hear the big old thunk, thunk, thunk from your, what are you again, a fighter?
Yeah,
Goliath fighter.
You're fine.
Yeah.
All right, after that, Oswin, what would you like to do after seeing your Goliath fighter go off into the distance?
And what caused it exactly?
That seemed to be a pitfall trap.
Some
Seemed to
Home
be a
Alone
piece of
type
grass.
shit.
Yeah, very Home Alone type shit. And this is that pit that he fell into. Seems like the mechanism flew out from this area right here.
All right, and I see no current enemies, correct?
You see no current enemies. That is correct.
Are those buildings?
These are all buildings.
I would like to take my action to try to look for any additional traps.
All right. Give me a perception roll.
No, they live longer.
That is only a 14.
A 14 is not going to tell you much, but you look around, you're able to identify the other trap that Baku had listed out. There's number 3 one up here. Besides that, nothing new.
All right. That is all I can do for now.
All righty then. Drop more bizarre. As we get to artists, what would you like to do? As you hear Jack, the albino dwarf, snoring in the back, riding the boar.
Do I currently see any enemies, or do I only see those few traps?
You do not see any enemies currently.
Let's see what I can do here.
And also, everyone put your levels into the chat, please.
I have no idea what level I am, but I'm a challenge rating 7.
Oh, I've got Artisan Dragon Baits already taken care of.
All right, cool.
So what else would you like to do?
I guess chill here until I see any other signs of anything suspicious happening.
All right, Baku.
How big are the openings to these buildings?
The buildings seem to be in ruins and crumbles. You can seem to find a doorway or a window that you can go through, about 2 on each side in some way.
Okay. Baku is going to go on this side
5. Oh, Mount is moving first, by the way. 5, 10. Do I see anything in this hut as I walk past it?
With your passive perception of 15, you do not.
15, 20, 25, 30. Any in either of these buildings?
You do not see anything with your passive perception right now as you're kind of just looking around through the rubble and the pieces of, well, terribleness.
35, 40, dash. Do I
Okay.
see anything yet?
You do not see
I'm
anything
guessing
yet.
you'll let me know if I do.
I will.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
And you still see nothing.
That's it for my mount, and Baku's going to take the dodge action.
All right, Zrock.
I'm just gonna sit in place with dodge action, ready. If
All
we get
right.
flanked or anything.
You see Zrock busting a move, looking out around you towards the distance, trying to make sure he doesn't get hit. Dragon Bait, what would you like to do?
Dragon bait. Dragon bait is going to look around and see if there's any enemy.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely the cautious type, so D20.
You got 15.
Not at most.
Oh, you're right.
Go ahead and roll. You do not seem to see any enemies looking off towards the distance.
Smelling off towards the distance.
Oh, yeah. Rylu,
For
what would
the
you like to do?
building, for the building that is right next to us, has that been explored or anything? Like, I can't. We came in from the traps going downwards, correct? Or towards
Yep.
your.
This direction.
Raise my shield up.
Okay. Has anybody checked the building that is to the left or right of us?
Here, let me get a compass down here, just so we can get proper lefts and rights.
Yes, please.
No problem. Actually, I already fucked that up.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's bound to happen.
Every now and then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. North that direction.
Okay. Has the buildings been checked to the west and east of us?
All right. Give me investigation.
Open.
Or I'm sorry,
He's
perception.
asking.
Baku has explored around these two and looked in with his passive. Hasn't seen anything.
Okay, I'll look at the one to the east. You said perception. That's a 9.
See nothing.
And with that, I will move up to where I will move south to the southwestern corner of that building that is closest to us.
This one or this one?
That one right there.
Okay.
That second one you pointed to.
All right. Sounds good. And as Rylu does this, I finally get to have my moment with a crit failure for initiative. That's why I've been dragging you all through all of this. So my apologies, Ish.
Oh, what initiative are we at right now?
We're at 1.
What happened to 10?
Oh, I'm sorry, Appleseed. I skipped right over you. Appleseed, what would you like to do?
So where am I at? Which figure am I?
You are the human wizard right back here. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong wizard. You're this wizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, has somebody gone into that building that's like right next to me?
Rylu has looked in and seen nothing. There's nothing.
With a 9.
Okay. I will symbolically pull out a white trash lawn chair and sit down with a beer and watch this all unfold.
All right.
Dragon
So
bait
as you
looks
see,
like-
Appleseed, sit down, just crack a beer and see this one open. You're actually going to see the vines.
Action-wise, I'll take a dodge action.
Okay. And as you're kind of dodging, sitting in your chair, just kind of moving it back and forth, trying to find the best positioning, you're going to see Roak surrounded by these 2 bits of vines that come lurching out from the remains of these buildings.
Gosh, dang it, McLaughlin.
They prepare to make advantaged attacks on
They're taking
Roak.
advantage of me.
Yeah, they are. Thank God for that deck save. The DC was 12, dude. 12.
Bruh, I'm not smart.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I can help you with that.
And you know what? Because this is our first combat of the night, sign it twice.
It's getting gifted. No, it's to make him roll with advantage.
Oh wait, shit! Only sign it once.
Well, I signed it.
Yeah, okay. You sign it once because it's gonna be for him. Because he is getting ambushed after I finish these two, but they already get advantage on their attacks against you. So, the first attack on Roark is a cries to the Lich, latch down its vine. A 23 is probably going to hit.
That'll hit.
Please give me a strength or dex saving throw.
Strength. Oh, I pass it.
All right, you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Non-magical?
Non-magical.
May Dragon Bait give Roark his inspiration to help him?
You cannot transfer over. You can give it to a different person for a check, but it has to be at your discretion.
Okay.
Just when this happens.
And you are not grappled by the creature. The second one tries to swing down at you, and that is going to hit as well. Give me another strength. It does 14 points.
That's going to be a 16 altogether.
And you are good as you break free from the second vine that tries to lash out around you. What is the AC of your boar?
17.
It matches twice on the dice. Give me a strength saving throw for your boar.
Holy.
Were those two different attacks?
No, it was one attack. That was what you signed the thing for.
One attack. Thwarting maneuver.
Okay, so you trying to do it towards you? Or are you trying to...
He gets 2 AC, 19.
Yeah, it's still going to hit with a base 17.
Okay. How much damage?
11.
So 5. And he's definitely going to pass. That's a soft 20.
It halves on your boar?
He gets resistance because of that
Okay.
maneuver.
And with that, he is not grappled as you see this creature slashing out terrible tentacles forward, trying to do terrible things. Roark, what would you like to do in response?
These are plants, right?
Yeah, these are plants.
Okay, so I'm going to stand up, go ahead and use the versatile trait of this longsword. Bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and engulf it in flames. And I'm going to come down with a -5 on the one to my right.
Okay. Like a hyena that I'm at.
That's going to be a
16 will hit.
All right. Oh, that's good. It's going to be 10, 7.
And Oswin, go ahead and get your turn rolled out.
16, 31 damage on that.
All right.
Fire?
Yeah, fire on the 2d6.
I need to know separate because it doesn't seem that your
That is-
fire damage does as
10
much as you were
damage.
expecting.
10 damage fire. Shit, that'd be damage.
Okay, thank you.
And second attack, -5
Yep.
again.
Oh, and you miss critically,
Yeah.
swinging down to the ground as the vine still try to fling towards you. Anything else?
That'll be me.
All right, Oswin.
All right, I need a wisdom saving throw on the
All right.
nearest plant.
Artis, go ahead and roll your turn out. Wisdom save fails.
All right, it's going to take 7 points of psychic damage, and as I viciously mock it, you call yourself a plant? And then I'm going to make a tambourine appear as a spiritual weapon, but unless does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit. Seems to barely miss them.
All right, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Artis. Go ahead and get rolled out.
All right, how far away are these plant critters?
From you, about 70 feet.
Excellent. So I'm going to do longbow attacks. And as you know, I get 3 of them.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
So go ahead and roll those out. Are you going at the east or the western one?
You know what? Western one. Fuck it.
Western world.
Hey, would a nat 1 hit anything?
Well, not. It misses everything, actually.
Damn. I rolled 3 separate times though, right?
Yes, 3 different attacks.
Okay, cool. How about a hot 7?
7's going to miss as well.
Oh, sweet. How about a 12? That one's pretty cool.
Is that base 12 or with your modifiers?
It is a 17 because I forgot all about those modifiers a second ago.
Oh, God, you're just unconscious. It's a little hard to remember those. The 17 will hit. Go ahead and roll me damage as you hit the Western Assassin Vine.
Is a D8.
You should add the modifier to the 12 that you rolled.
Oh, I did. That's the only one that hit. And I got a... Did I add anything anything special to that. 4 for damage.
Okay, a whopping 4 as the arrow sticks into it. Baku.
He is large creature, correct?
Yes, it is a large creature.
Okay.
Large
19 shield bash to knock him prone.
You do.
Sweet. 10. A 16 and
As
17.
you are, and you see the vines shoot down towards the ground, and then you realize they are immune to being knocked prone, as it is just a tangle of mess of vines. That was fucking awesome.
Okay. 14 then.
14 will still make contact. You're just like, oh damn it! You're supposed to fall prone. That's how this combat works.
6 points of magical slashing, and 9 is not going to hit.
Dang! Did you hear combat coming from around the corner?
Baku is also going to yell, "I have one over here!"
All right, Zrock.
Zrock will try to dash within range of Baku to help engage the target, following the same path that the boar took, because that's where much we saw him going. Oh, what is my distance? Speed 30.
Yeah, so you're going to
So
be
if I were to dash,
So you are right. Yeah, you're right here.
well, let me pull this one.
You're about 30 feet away from the enemy,
And
and you already used your.
I guess. So can I like leave myself in dodge or?
You can just continue to dodge.
Yep.
Yep. You already used your action to dash.
Nope. That was just his movement, wasn't
Yeah.
it? 20 feet.
That was 60.
Oh, that was 60?
Yeah, he said he wanted to dash.
Okay.
I could.
Yeah, you aren't able to do the dodge at this point.
Okay.
Maybe.
Am I allowed to use a reaction of any kind? I forgot how
yes.
this works.
That's usually if something happens to you.
All right. If an enemy is within slashing range, can I preemptively have an attack ready? If something comes in
No, you
melee
have-
face stab in range?
You'd still have to have action to ready one. And
All right. Well, I'm not really aware of what other actions I can take, so I guess I'll just leave it off as that.
Unless you have a bonus action.
but that takes us to Appleseed.
All right. The thing that catapulted him,
Uh-huh.
does it look like it will still catapult?
What's your passive insight?
Passive insight is 12.
12 looks like that mechanism has already gone off, but it looks like any of the other traps that you've seen are of the same make and caliber.
Okay. I'll walk over to 1.
Give me a dex save.
Yeah. That is a 21.
A 21 will land you right on your feet. Roll me a d8.
6.
Give me a dex saving throw.
Oh God, dang it!
Hot. And hot.
17.
7.
And Appleseed, you land right on top of Roak as he falls prone underneath you as he presents a nice Goliath-y landing pad right in between
Awesome.
these two assassin vines.
Okay, now I'm still standing up, right?
Well, yes, you're still standing up. Your foot is like in Roak's mouth and belly.
All right. Perfect. And I'm surrounded. It's hard to see because a cardboard box hide in the back part of the table. There are those two things next to us. Are they vines?
Yes, they are mass tangly bits of vine.
Okay, which one looks to be?
They're both massive tangly bits of vine.
One's partially on fire.
Which has any of them been attacked yet?
Yes, both of them have.
Both of them have. Okay. Does either one look a little bit more shredded than the other one?
Not at this point.
Okay. All right. I'm so happy because I've kept this spell around for like forever and I've never been able to use it.
That hurts me.
I need to know if these are considered plants or magical plants.
They are plants.
All right. I look at the one next to me. and I make a little motion. I point my finger at it. It is dead. As I cast Blight.
Ah, shit! So much right now. And you point like,
I'm so happy I've kept that. So I'm like, one of these days I can really use this spell.
Not so far.
East or west one? What did you point to? As your
I will point to the white one.
He just fucked one of those guys away.
So which one? Sorry,
The white one.
the white one. Okay, you kill the beholder one. And it seemed to be quite less damage after you look, and it just withers away into this horrible little plant and dissipates off into nothingness. God damn it, Appleseed. Anything else? Any other game breakers?
I'm assuming I'm within vine range of the one that's right next to me.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of this creature.
Okay, all right. Then I'll just take a sip of my beer because I didn't spill a drop, and just kind of waited.
Dragon bait, 12 seconds in.
Dragon bait wants to scoot up closer to the plant that's not been killed and wants to help kill it.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
They would lose audio.
Oh, I don't
I
hear
did.
shit.
Yeah, I don't hear
a
anything
goddamn
either.
thing. I believe last week we were promised better audio.
Yeah, I know, right?
I scared him away, it seems.
Yeah, he's probably relogging in. He's probably had to mute himself because he's cussing so much after the blight. I swear to you, I've had this spell for the longest time. I was like, surely one of these days I'll be able to use it.
That was the most amazing grain baker I've ever seen in my life thus far.
You get a round of applause, my friend.
I think you deserve an inspiration.
Oh me. Appleseed can die in peace now that he's been able to finally cast it.
I think he gets inspiration by a firebolt to the face in the next encounter just to make up for it.
Well, that's just how it works. I believe the last couple encounters have had fireballs in them.
Don't jinx it. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Good thing I made my desk out of wood.
Good thing he just used blight on the last bit of wood.
Can you cast that again?
All right, we're still resetting up. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
Brian just angered me so much with that blight that my computer frizzed off. It took psychic damage. Handle.
Okay.
That's when you know it's effective.
Oh god. I got it.
That's
Are we
not
using
like
mine?
a yapping dog.
Go ahead and just because it's up.
Okay.
No, it smells like
Okay, cool. So we'll just switch up feeds for now as Baku's going to help out with the audio because my Wi-Fi decided to squig out.
Do one of these numbers.
So we were back at Riley. Right, Riley.
I would like to get in line with the one that is left, and I like to cast Fire Bolt against it.
Okay.
That would be a base 18 to hit.
18 will most certainly hit.
That is 19 damage, and I would like to be engulfed in flames of Felagos.
And was that was fire damage, right?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't appear to do as much as you were expecting, but the creature still seems to wane in its agony, or wanes in pain as you ignite in flames.
Pain Wayne.
Anything else?
I'd like to use my free action to shout out, fire is not as effective against it.
Okay. With that, takes us down 12 seconds in, bottom of the round, the one attacking Roak. 14 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Slide it again, Jordan.
So attacking me or the boar?
Oh, it's attacking the boar.
Disadvantage.
All right, that is going to make it a straight roll. And now Roak and Z-Rock have gotten points of inspiration. Good dice.
Jason says he can't reconnect, so if he's not back by his next turn, we'll see.
17.
16 hit your board?
Nope. 17.
Damn it!
As it clinks off the
Narrowly
splinter mail that my
misses.
boar is wearing.
That tries to whack in. Other than that, that's their turn. Roak. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did miss your initiative. Dragon Bait. I missed Appleseed last time.
Dragon Bait runs forward and takes his giant Holy Avenger longsword and swings it at the plant. All badass. It's the smell of tar and a little bit of manure because he's slightly terrified. Fills the air.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That one gets advantage.
And
I
then
hold my
roll a
nose.
d20, right?
Yep. You actually get 3 attacks.
Oh,
So go ahead and roll 2 more attacks while that one's spinning.
Jesus.
woohoo! Okay. And then
Because your
Somebody
modifier,
dice.
that's not going to hit.
okay.
Go ahead and roll the other 2 at the same time just so we can
Sure.
make sure keep things going. Oh, I just realized how sore my foot is from actually driving. It's swollen.
Ooh, crit!
As Dragon Bait misses his first 2 swings, but comes around with a third one, whirly birding for a critical hit. Go ahead and roll double damage, and tell me how much to add to that one as we go back up to Roak.
I'm getting back up again.
That's funny. What do you do with Appleseed with his foot in your mouth, drinking a beer?
Slightly disgruntled, I passed him aside slightly as I just slam this great sword. I'm not great sword.
I take
long
no
sword
notice.
that is on fire into this adjoining creature.
Okay.
-5. Will a
15 will hit.
so 10 fire damage and 23 attack
Just slashing.
Okay. 23 slashing.
Yeah, and 10 fire damage. And a second attack. -5.
Okay.
Well, a 14 hit.
A 14 will hit.
Oh, it's okay. 11 fire damage. 20.
60,
20 regular.
Okay.
I want 6 of these.
Yeah, 60, 10. Here, I've got a couple of. And it looks like you might have got to it late to the punch as Dragon
There's
Bait.
7 in here now.
Oh, okay, 7. See Dragon Bait swinging down Holy Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
And killing it, absolutely slicing it to pieces before Roark is even able to do anything to this vine. You set Appleseed off for you ever so gingerly as Dragon Bait was slaughtering it.
Dragon Bait's hands with its full of tar so strong.
Wasn't even able to get an attack off at that.
Bro, you still got the attack. You're swinging at the dead massive vines.
Son of a bitch. Okay,
Yeah.
well then, that's me.
No one.
Movement.
Fuck no.
Bonus action.
Fuck no.
Dragon Bait
Free.
dance.
I'm just sitting here.
All right, 18 seconds in. Oswin, as you still hear cries from Baku.
All right. So, is there any vines inside of me?
Not inside of you right now. No.
Where would I have to move to get within range of one?
All right. You'd have to move both your action and movement and dash like Zarok to get around the corner.
I will like to move, just regular move, and bonus action move my weapon towards the nearest vine as well. That I can get the weapon over there.
Okay.
And that'll be it for my
All
turn.
right, sounds good. Seconds in. Artis.
I'm going to use my longbow again, and I wish to attack whichever one. It doesn't matter. Either choice.
Right now, you do not have view. You
Can I move to
are.
view?
The creature is over here.
Can I move to view?
Push my little sister.
13.
Right now, you don't have the ability to see the creature. Again, you'd have to use action and movement similar to Oswin to get in view of it because it's on the other side of the ruin.
Yes, may I move to view him?
Okay.
Yeah. It's 8% alcohol, so.
Anything else?
If I'm not able to attack, I just wish to remain there, possibly have a dodge action ready just in case.
All right. Again, like Zarok, you had to use your action to get around, so you won't be able to dodge, but you're able to see Baku and his boar getting attacked by his vines and doing quite well as he's fending off this large plant.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Can I
Get
use
him,
my
Boromir.
bonus action or whatever to cheer for Baku? Like, yay, go, Baku and boar, or
It's the
whatever.
vegetarian versus the normal person right now, the battle of the food.
I think you mean boner action, if I'm correct.
God damn it, Kaku. It's your turn.
All right. Baku is going to take that the bonus attack.
Sean Schlongery is
Actually,
here.
my boar, before I go, my boar is going to take the dodge action.
Okay, you see this nice hunk of pork just shake his rump.
Hell
Get
yeah.
it nice and tenderized.
As a splint mail chings along each other, or clangs along, whatever it is. Hell yeah. That's definitely going to hit for max damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
And then the other 2 attacks. Normal attack. That's going to miss. God damn, that's also going to miss.
Baku misses twice over time.
And that is it. I got one solid, nice little strike.
Swinging into it, Zarok, what would you like to do? Is you're about 30 feet away from these vines, lashing out towards Baku as he tries to fend them off.
I'm going to go ahead and use my what's it called? I'm going to use Charger. When I use my action dash, I can use bonus action make 1 melee attack. So I'm going to use that and get a +5 bonus to the attack damaging roll if it hits.
Get him!
So go ahead and roll that attack roll as you hear Zarok before you see him just come running into the thick of things.
All right. 19.
Hell yeah.
And so let's see, I gotta calculate damage. Let's see.
What are you using? A greatsword?
Yeah. So it's a 2d6 plus 4 plus that 5. So
2d6 should be 2d6 plus 4.
Yep. But then I also get plus 5 to it because of the charging.
Charger. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay.
So that'll be plus 9 total. So here goes the roll. That's 17.
Okay. Damage.
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay, you come writhing in, slashing and hacking at this set of vines. Seems to be diminishing quite a bit, but it still stands. As Zerat comes running up, Appleseed, what would you like to do?
Nothing else I can do.
How shredded are these vines?
The vines are pretty shredded, but did we ever give you bludgeoning damage for when you catapulted?
Did I what?
Right.
I'm sorry?
Your ankles, we didn't do bludgeoning damage for when you went through the catapult, so your ankles feel a little weak as you take 4 points of residual damage. But other than that, you kind of bend over like, oh, my knees are good.
Okay. But they've been well on the way on it pretty good.
Oh, yeah, they've been well not good. It looks to be about half of the size of the one y'all just took down. Well, the 2.
Okay. So, and it's the orc, I'm assuming, is the vines.
Yes.
Okay. I'll move to within 30 feet of it.
Okay.
And kill it.
All right, Blight. Blight question mark?
Yes.
Okay. Confirmation as we are now out of initiative is that little bit of shrub just withers away. It dies as this odd necrotic energy fills it and dissipates it. 18 seconds in, Appleseed has taken us out.
Dragon bait dances around, making tar smell everywhere.
Appleseed has a slight. Appleseed has a slight chubby.
Appleseed's just slightly excited. What would everyone else like to do as you're around here?
Does a passive perception of 13 notice as chubby?
A 13 does indeed notice his chubby.
Nice.
Are we taking
I'm
a short rest?
pissed off at these traps. I think I'm gonna strike out of this house. What is it made of?
It seems to be made of.
Ooh, your
I'm
favorite.
going to. I crit with my greatsword.
How long would you like to do this?
Several times if I have to, but I'm
How many several?
Hmm.
At
We're
least
not really.
7.
Are we taking a long or a short rest?
I think we need to find some cover. Why don't we explore around these buildings and see, or in the buildings?
So I'm going to be hacking away at this wall.
Okay,
For
and
my
as you
own-
get 3 slashes into the wall with your crits, you're actually going to uncover a very, what they thought was well-secured staircase leading down into the depths of the earth. It seems as if it was heavily barricaded and blocked off, but with your inanimate object critting sword, it seems to have cleared the pathway quite easier. That took about 18 seconds.
I was so angry.
It's like, Rock, he doesn't get to kill the plants, but he'll kill the construct.
I will. I'll nonchalantly walk by him and sip my beer and be like, "That wasn't so bad."
Oh yeah, staircase. Sorry, you were cutting out, Brian.
Oh, I will nonchalantly walk by him and sip my beer and say, "Oh, that wasn't so bad."
Dragon bait
Kind
asks
of
for beer.
rub it in that the wizard killed all the enemies instead of
I know
Okay.
what you need.
Well, as you see it, it seems to be a winding and twisting staircase going down into the darkness. You lads.
There's some peaks down them.
I charge in.
Rock,
Common giant.
give me a dex saving throw.
All right, I love these. That's going to be a 14 altogether.
A 14 slides you just out of the way as the step beneath you trips. I need Appleseed, Dragon Bait, and anyone else that was sticking their head in to look. to give me a dexterity saving throw as the ground falls out from underneath your feet as Roak trip fires.
Dragon bait.
Oh no, I need another one. That was
20.
for whether or not you were going to miss the tripwire.
Okay.
Oh,
Dragon
and there's
bait.
one. Okay.
4.
Oof. You're done.
You 7.
Appleseed, what was yours?
25.
Appleseed, you step right to the side as Dragonbait goes sliding down. And as Dragonbait slides, he takes out the feet of Roak. As Roak and Dragonbait go sliding down this ramp-like staircase that is just transformed from its trap. And they disappear into the darkness. The party has been split.
It smells like violets and poop.
Damn it.
Apparently, they can't hear shit.
Did they scream all the way down?
Dragon bait just made violet.
Dragonbait can't, so it just smells like...
It smells like yelling.
Like violets and
So who
shit.
killed?
It smells like violet shit.
Dragon bait, apparently.
Yeah. So what would you like?
What about the other guy that went down with him? Did he scream all the way down?
Yes, he did scream that.
For how long did we hear him?
Okay. Yes, y'all are all able to hear him screaming down until it kind of fades away until
Well, you said we were in darkness?
You're in darkness.
Bonus action to light up my sword.
It looks like you're going down this awesome water slide without any water as you finally make it to the base of this and fall into a chamber filled with kobolds.
It's going to leave a hell of a raspberry.
As you look up, you're staring into the eyes of 6 kobold warriors standing overhead with swords in hand.
I'll slowly make my way down.
So what was that, Appleseed?
I'll slowly and carefully make my way down. I'm in no hurry, though.
Okay. It'll still take an athletics or an acrobatics check going down because the stairs have disappeared and so it's just a slippery ramp. And even though I checked.
Yeah, I didn't do too well.
Climbing kid out of
How badly or not too well?
A 6 total.
Oh, you beat that DC by 1. You are not going to slip and fall down and make it down to the bottom with them, but you are going to slide a little bit, have a bit of a hard time making it down.
It's fine.
Can I follow in?
Yes, you can.
That will be... Yeah, that's a 21. I'm good.
Okay.
Is it athletics or
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever way you'd like to do this. If y'all make it to the bottom of the staircase, you see 6 readied kobolds to attack on Roak, who is holding out Rosnasi's head.
That's the part.
Brad, what are you doing?
I rolled a nat 20, so whichever one doesn't matter.
The artist throws down his ring and does a little like Silver Surfer kind of slide. Holy shit.
I choose
I
the
like
god
to,
as I'm sliding.
still be engulfed in flames as I go down?
Okay. All the flame scorches. Oh my god.
Should Rylu hypothetically go before me?
Seriously, please drink as many of those things as you like. I really don't like them.
Oh, thank you.
Squiggles
All
down
Alright,
there.
guys, I'll light the way for you.
How big is this opening?
It seems to be.
Can I?
Let's see. I can write it down now. Y'all see me being dropped down in a 25 by 25 foot room with 6 kobolds already inside. Right now, they're petrified in fear.
Dragon boy.
Oh.
How far down
Like
was
a
it?
little dragon.
It seemed to be about 60 or 70 feet down.
You're down there, aren't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
he's
my
down there
sword-
holding Rosnasi's head out.
Yeah, by the way, my sword is still lit, so that 80 feet travels all the way up. They can see the whole passage.
Mm-hmm. There's a passageway that extends out. It seems to be 5 feet wide, and it makes an arc about 10 feet into it.
Okay. Now, have they made any immediate action since I pulled out Rosnasi's head?
They have held their spears, and you've seen one of them shit on the floor. Other than that, the other 5 kept their composure.
All right, so I know I have their undivided attention.
Yeah. Well, slightly divided, a little runny.
Dragonbait sends out a threatening smell to kind of let them know that they both mean business.
Smells like burnt wood.
Yes.
I say in common. That's the
No,
only
wait.
language we know together. Who among you do you call a leader?
You hear the one that shit himself just cockerel, cockerel. He's the leader, cockerel. You see the other 5 turn to him with their spears now. Say, you will not speak of the leader like that, as you can see them readying to attack their own comrade for this sort of disgruntling action so quickly, with how intimidating you were.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and make an intimidation roll against Cockerel.
Cockerel is not in the room.
He's not in the room.
They were saying
Cock ain't out.
leader.
That was the leader.
The cock ain't out. Damn it. Okay. Well,
That kind of party.
I keep it in my hand.
Okay. So as you see this, you just mentioned Cockerel is their leader. He remains deeper within. As you, again, just see these 6 kobolds and 1 bit of kobold dung sitting in the room.
Is the flame tongue out? Is that what's with the lights?
Yes, flame tongue
Yeah,
is
flame
out.
tongue's out.
He's happy that he's.
Appleseed has a huge scorn look on his face. Very disapproving.
Okay. Everyone else?
Lawful neutral. I don't disapprove of anything.
Artist lights up his dagger book part with that blue gem 20-foot light thing.
Okay, so now Artis and Roak are shedding light into the room.
I'm still shedding light as I still have.
Oh yeah, you're on fire.
My blind sight.
Say you're shitting like.
And just like Rylu is casually engulfed in flames as y'all two light up your little bit of fiery magic items. Ugh.
Flare bros.
Draw this map out. Okay, so what else would you like to do? Still standing in this room.
I will push my way past the kobolds and say, I need to talk to your leader.
And the one that shit himself, he's right down there. The others like start smacking him with their spears, very Beavis and Butthead, Three Stooges style.
It smells of cherry as Dragonbait finds this amusing.
All right, just let me draw out their little room over here.
Docker's gonna leave his boar up top.
Roak slowly scans the room and then
Might be
continues
giving all the
on
miniatures
towards
over here.
their leader.
Okay.
This is the room they
Yeah,
found.
it's the room. We'll just say 6 kobolds like cowering in this corner.
Wait, isn't this the backyard? Pretty sure.
No, that's Dragonbait.
That's Dragonbait.
This? Oh.
Yeah, it's the only one that had a little shield and resembled slightly Dragonbait.
Who is not down there besides me? I know Z-Rock didn't declare that he was going down there.
I keep thinking Xerox.
The one that shit himself, I'll lean in real close to him and say, is there anything I should expect as I go through these hallways?
Okay, give me a persuasion roll at advantage.
More turrets.
Okay.
Persuasion is a 16.
All right, 16. He seems, well, to squirt out almost a little bit more. He says, "Just be careful to track your steps. It's a maze back there. It's hard to find your way in and out if you don't know what's going on." Oh God! Don't hit me again! As one of them smacks him over the head with a spear.
Dragonbait continues to do his weird giggle thing.
Okay.
It's unintelligible giggles.
It smells like cherry with you.
So as Appleseed kind of makes his way through, there's a little.
I will
catacombs.
hang on. Before I leave,
oh.
I will give the one that gave me the information the rest of my beer.
All right, he kind of just holds on to it for now, shaking and shivering a bit. He's quite distraught by everything that's going on.
And then I'll make my way through, checking for traps.
So Appleseed go through. Anyone else jumping on the pain train with Appleseed?
Dragonbait will follow.
Okay.
I follow as well.
What did I get on? What's the little black thing that I just got put on?
It's part of the hallway. It's one of these little 3D printed narrow passageways.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And we're just going to move you along here as this is the entire thing. Think of yourself on a little Disney ride through the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
As Appleseed and Dragonbait make their way down through the
Also,
maze. Oh, and
Artist.
If any of them has light, I will say no thanks. I think your job is to be done here.
I extinguish my light blade thing.
Okay. So as y'all make it around, you're going to come up to a cavern that opens up. It seems to be about 35, 40 feet wide, and it extends off in the eastern direction, or at least what you feel like is east. You're going to be back. Okay.
Is there anything in there?
There is. Do you have blind sight? Or do you? What's your view right now?
120 feet.
Well, as you have your 150 feet, you were able to spot 4 kobolds, or actually 6 kobolds and one more, well, monstrous-looking one. He seems to be sitting atop a pile of treasure. Seems to be much bigger than the others and much more grandiose, very job. And as you cast sound come behind you with a flame-tongue longsword emitting full 80-foot light, as you just see your silhouette become projected on the far side of the room.
I will turn around and just open hand bitch slap him.
He is 2 people away from you. You are not able to
I
do
will
that.
make my way over there and
Again,
open
he's
hand bitch slap him.
The person behind him.
And then yell at him, turn that fucking light out.
And as you yell this, you hear, "Who goes there? Who speaks the tongue of common instead of draconic in my presence?"
I'll turn around and say, shut up, I'm dealing with something here.
Here you go.
I scream out in draconic, no one!
Well, no one! I change your tone or prepare to perish! Just like that filthy Roz!
I wish to use thaumaturgy or booming voice and scream, lay down your arms.
By the way,
And as you say, lay down your arms, you see Roak tossing in the head of Rosnasi.
And then you just hear the bellowing more, who's next?
You see 3 scorching rays go off the head that you just threw in.
Oh, shit. No.
All of them hit, completely obliterating your head of Rosnasi.
Did the light go off, by the way?
The light did go, or did the light go off?
Oh yeah, the light was off.
Yes, light went off.
Okay.
Back in darkness.
I readjust my my robes. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of compose myself, crack a beer, and I'll poke my head around the corner. And I'll say, we need some time with you to negotiate.
Negotiate, you say? What do you come into my presence seeking to negotiate?
Your death. It can be smooth or it can be hideous.
Hideous? We know nothing of hideous. We are only the most majestic creatures that Asarak has chosen to fulfill his true dream.
All right, hideous it is.
Can I prepare a spell just in case it gets ugly?
Yeah, you can sure prepare a spell.
Cool.
Again, everyone's still saying this from the hallway, off the site of Appleseed peeking around the corner.
And what did I see? I still see the big one.
Yeah, you still see the big one. You see 2 other kobolds like ripping through 2 open chests. Seems like they're pulling out odd trinkets and different bobs and ends, along with the other 4 kobolds preparing their spears.
All right.
I wish to shout out in draconic. The men you have watching your door have betrayed you and have pledged allegiance to us. They have told us your weaknesses. What say you?
Give me a deception roll.
While he's doing that, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Can I let mine loose as I see him cast his spell?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
I'm just casting Shadow Blade.
Oh, then I do not want to cast anything at the moment.
Okay. You see Artis sort of reel back in a moment. He almost cast a spell.
Like, wait a minute. This isn't going as ugly as I thought it was.
Do you ignite it?
Not the longsword, greatsword.
Okay.
But I do roar intimidatingly at the leader.
And as you see Roak go running into the room.
There is deception at 14, and that's including the disadvantage from earlier.
Well, that's good to know, but I got an 18 based on the dice as he does not was running into the room.
Movement.
But no, you're not.
Okay.
That's enough with your full movement right there. Yeah.
So that's going to be a 8.
An 8. Did you just hear Rock's voice cracking like a teenage boy in high school?
Compliment. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and chuck 2 rocks at him.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Let's see how it's good.
Rising around.
There it is. No.
5 or less. Told you.
Okay, not bad.
19 altogether.
I just got a hot 2.
I passed. I got a 16 plus 2 on my thing as well.
Go ahead and enter your initiatives. God damn it, Jake. Into the chat.
I have issues.
Appleseed got a 21.
Oh, there it
Anyone
is.
have higher than a 21?
A 19.
Ow.
Actually, you get to go second. Fuck yeah. Good modifiers. So we have Appleseed, Enemy, Roak.
Brad.
Anyone higher than that besides
I
Roak?
got 18.
18 for Dragonbait. And 15 for Oswind.
Squigs is at 8.
Anyone have higher than an 8?
I'm at 6.
Railu, Baku.
And Artis is at 2.
God damn.
We are missing Zrock. Zrock, roll a d20 initiative.
Yeah, Roak just went running into the room and throwing shit. So, Appleseed, what would you like to do? You've just cast your spell and you've seen Roak run in.
He got a 1.
I got no good.
Perfect.
All right, so I will move 30 feet.
Okay, go ahead and move him. I gotta get monster manuals and bullshit out.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. That's gonna put you right there.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, now put me right behind him as I misty step behind him.
Okay.
Right here?
No, behind the
Misty
the
behind
big
the
thing
big
is the sorcerer, right? Yeah. All right.
Draw the compass.
And then I will attack.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Will a 19 hit?
19 will hit.
Okay. And then the other one is 25, so I'm assuming that will hit.
Both make contact.
All right.
Good old boy.
Mouse.
May I see it?
Careful of that top top. Punch it a little.
He takes for the first attack 9, 12, 16. Is there anybody next to him?
There's no one directly next to him. Closest is 10 feet away.
Okay. And for the next one, it takes 10, 15, 20, 27.
What was the next one, Brian?
27.
Well then, 27 damage on the next one. Severely hurts the Kobold Sorcerer. As he says, oh god, oh, what is this? This hurts! Anything else, Appleseed?
I'll lean over and say, you had a choice. And that'll be my turn.
All right, with that, his other guys are going to act first. All chunking slings at Roak, very pathetically. What's your AC?
19 altogether.
Only one is able to make it through of the regular kobolds slinging you for 4 points of damage.
I get 1 point of damage.
The two special sorcerers swing their special slings at you. Only one is able to make contact. As you become a light, it seems the alchemist fire has burst forth on your chest. You take 4 points piercing, 1 point fire. You are now covered in flames. With that, the large creature in front, the leader of sorts, turns to Appleseed as it starts chugging a potion. And with drips like flowing outside, it says, I'm sorry, I laid out my arms, please don't hurt me, don't kill me. Everyone's able to hear this, and he actually says it in quite a high-pitched, shrill voice.
What language is it in?
It is in common.
Oh, okay.
Actually speak it.
I feel like he's made his choice.
He really just kind of made a plea for his own life. And his 3 comrades just attacked me.
4, actually 6.
6. That's really even better, to be honest with you. I have no pity for them.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to the closest one, and I'm going to attack. I can't.
You see this Goliath lumber forward towards this small kobold.
Non-lethal. Does a 20 hit unnatural?
A 20 does.
Okay, so that's gonna be 11. That's 27 non-lethal damage.
You obliterate him as you hit him with the backside of your weapon, trying to knock him out, and you completely like make kobold mash. Looks like mashed potatoes of kobold.
Slightly of roses. I struck.
Switch out with this
one. Yeah. Anything else?
You know, the funny thing about it is I still have 2 attacks, and I'm taking him with a -5 non-lethal all the way.
And you just see Roak lumbering around, smashing kobolds.
That's a crit.
Jesus.
You obliterate the next one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, and then the final one. Final attack. And it's a -5 because it's Roak.
You hear kobold screams coming
It's a
from around the
15 hit.
corners. Yes, it does.
So that's another 28 non-lethal.
As Roak just smashes through 3 kobolds, just smacks.
As a free action, I'll just go ahead and reiterate. You had a choice.
These are different ones. Oh, my bad. Actually, why I need to take 2 off. That's why I keep this on. God damn it, Roak. Okay. Dragonbait. Hearing massive sounds of combat in the chamber in front of you.
Dragonbait runs in. Upon seeing what has happened, he emits a slight smell, a combo of brimstone and tar.
Okay, smells like tar in the room now.
Any other enemies?
Yes, there are 3 more, and then the major guy.
Okay. Dragonbait wishes to attack one of the enemies.
All right, you have 3 longsword attacks, and you're able to get there just within range. As the defender goes off.
Ah! I hit him.
I don't even want you to roll out the 3d10 damage. Feel free to, but you this kobold standing in front of you.
He had a choice.
Yeah, 6-second one.
I get more attacks, yes?
Yes, you do.
Dragonbait turns its attention on the next enemy. Now, have a tar and as he has this crazed look in his eye. As he Wait, just 8? Is it a hit?
An 8 with your modifier will hit.
Yes. Okay. And then I need to roll my damage. I need how many of these? Wait, I don't?
You need 5 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You get to roll like 3d10 with that Holy Avenger.
Oh.
So go ahead and just roll that first damage dice for me. Just what was that?
1.
Oh, he's still alive. Roll again. Oh, he's dead before your modifiers. As you just slice through this other one. As there are only 2 more kobolds. You don't have enough movement to make it back to the last one, but you can swing wild in the air.
Swings wildly and happily as women in tar fill the air.
Oh, God.
He shakes his sword happily.
Oswin.
Well, I had a plan, but I kind of just ran through everything I was going to work with. If I run into the room with 30 feet of movement, how close can I get to the nearest kobold?
You're getting right about here. You still have to use your action to get into the room.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and dash to get myself into the room.
All right, you make it just around the corner.
And that's all I'll do.
Rylu.
Am I able to walk into the room?
Which one was our Rylu?
Rylu. Chiefling.
Oh, fuck. Then which one is Brad?
It's
basically same thing. Basically same thing. It would take action and movement for you to get into the room.
I thought I was up with the others because I was trying to talk to them through the hallway at the same time.
Yes, you were talking to them, so it would just take your movement to get in.
Okay, I'll walk up to the center, south by, yeah, That's good. And I'll use my free action to say we need him for interrogation, and I will target the first kobold, and I will do Eldritch Blast towards it.
Okay.
And I will push it 10 feet. 1d10, and then I will do it for the second one as well. A 20 some odd, I assume, hits.
Yep.
That's 14 damage. And your last one will survive because I only rolled a natural one for
Which one was that first attack on? The big one or the small one?
The small one.
That still is enough to kill the small one, as there's only the big Mamajammo left in the room.
And then that will end my
Baku.
Oh.
Thank you very much, sir.
Is there light? Your flame tongue is still lit, right?
No.
Rylu is still lit.
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
You're standing like right next to a candle. Think Lumiere.
Okay. And he basically said he was going to lay down his arms or whatever.
Yeah. His arms are definitely going to be laid down.
Baku's going to run up and say, did he already put his weapons down?
He has not yet. It's not his turn again.
He is going to say, drop your weapons.
Well, the same shit will happen to you that happened to all 8 of those guys.
And that's
Okay. Artis.
I just choose to enter the room and stand behind everybody because he's the last one left and he's alive and we need him.
Yeah, you see a body of 6 slaughtered kobold bodies, and then one heavily bloodied one standing at the west side of the room.
I just
Fucking 6 seconds.
My turn.
We're a bunch of kobolds.
Appleseed, yeah.
It's a fucking challenge rating.
Appleseed, what would you like to do?
Okay, so we're back at the top of the order.
Yeah, hold 12 seconds in combat.
Yeah, what was his response to? Was he able to drop the weapons, or did he drop them?
He has not dropped his weapons yet. He has not had access to a 6-second free action.
Oh, wait, where does he go in the order then?
Right after you.
Oh, okay.
He went second in initiative. So it's like everyone's been given this opportunity, killing all his friends in front of his eyes. Like, surrender! We're going to kill you! Surrender! We're going to kill you! So he's just kind of like hesitating and holding. Again, all happened in 6 seconds. He's not too smart.
How does he look?
Bloody. Very, very bloody. Like,
I will non-lethally
hella bloody, Brian.
Smash him twice with my fist. Non-lethal.
Remember what happened last time he did something non-lethal?
That wasn't me.
Last 3 times.
These are challenges.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Okay. So he's going to take 1 point of fist damage.
Okay.
Non-lethally. And I'll reiterate, put your weapon down and submit to us. Or submit to me. Submit to me.
Specifically.
And on second.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Oh, he drops his weapons.
You better start groveling.
Appleseed, give me an opportunity attack.
Okay.
As he drops his weapons and starts running down off of his pile of gold.
25.
Hits.
God damn it.
Okay.
Hits with the 25. I can't even shield it.
Just end him already.
15.
And he falls down onto the ground like a rag doll.
This was a recent time.
As an opportunity attack completely slaughters him. We are out of initiative.
Well, this looks like a cozy place to do a long rest. I like completely oblivious to.
Yeah. Well, what would y'all like to do now as Appleseed sits back and cracks open a beer?
I will investigate the room to see if there's anything in it while looking for a perfect place to cast Tiny Hut.
Oh my god.
Oh, everybody else.
That really just happened.
Yeah.
Angry.
A 21 for investigation.
A 21 for investigation will discover quite a bit. Jordan, would you mind typing this out in the chat? Or someone, would you mind typing this out in the chat? You were able to find a torn 6-foot-long tapestry of a macaw decorated with garnet beads. It's worth 75 gold. His hoard, again, I said his hoard is 30 gold pieces, 250 silver pieces, and 1,800 copper pieces. He also has a colored glass statuette of a dragonfly worth 25 gold and 4 bloodstones worth 50 gold each. He drank his potion of greater healing. And rules, y'all still get one. So there's also a potion of greater healing in his hoard.
You said 1,800 copper pieces, and then you spoke too quick for the last 2 items.
It's 20. Write down 25 gold pieces, 200 gold pieces.
Yeah. Unless anyone wants specific bloodstones. That's everything you're able to find on him and his kobolds. The other 6 flee in terror up the staircase and out. Unless y'all want to just hopelessly slaughter them for all like 2 XP. Yeah.
No, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, these are inconsequential beasts.
Yeah, you're telling me. It's not like Acerak made a deal with them or anything. Fuck.
Yeah.
He
shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been so uppity.
What are y'all gonna do?
I wanted to interrogate him.
He's dead.
Still interrogate him.
There is Speak with Dead, if somebody has that.
What would you like to do with the kobold dead bodies right now as you're kind of standing in this cellar? What would everyone like to do?
I was gonna say, well, I kind of.
It's basically like you just went into a chicken's den and slaughtered every chicken.
I will cast Leomin's Tiny Hut ritually.
I would like to search the bodies of like anything.
What y'all already found.
Very well.
Anything else? Any other prerogative?
Depends on if broken glass shows up.
What the heck is happening now?
So Lehman's Tiny Hut has been successfully cast. Anything else?
No. Doesn't sound.
Nothing over here.
That's where we're going to end the session for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As we have a bit of an anticlimactic into it all, but y'all now have to take a long rest. I don't think we're going to be able to even get to another start of a shrine and get the proper info before we start, though. Yeah. So type out the message what y'all like next time. We'll divide up gold. This one, I believe, is only 5 downtime day. 5 downtime, 1 point of renown. I'll calculate y'all's experience up, but it should be around 400 apiece. In between like 400 and 500 is my estimate. I'll give it to y'all later officially, though.
I'm surprised it's up.
Before we all leave, I will not be able to play next week. I have work that night.
Oh, okay, fair. Oh, is next week Easter?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. On that note, I need to double check with y'all because I'm working a full shift from open to close on Easter. I don't know what time though. I think we close at like 2 in the afternoon. I just have to make sure that there isn't anything extra I'm doing at work. So y'all may want to keep that in mind. Easter is approaching.
Little diddly Easter is approaching.
Fucking forgot all about Easter.
But it was a pleasure, lads.
Thank you for hosting or DMing.
Good game as always.
What's wrong?